Lori has been betting on the wrong men year after year. And then finally in 2006, she gets married to Charles Vallow, husband number 4. They get married in Las Vegas.
Charles Vallow, to me, was the best of Lori's husbands. They had been dating, and we all liked him.
I felt like he was a great husband. I felt like he adored Lori and that he would go out of his way to make her comfortable, to make her happy.
After the wedding, this couple bounces around for a little bit before finally settling in Arizona.
Charles and Lori came in, and I thought, well, those are the beautiful people.
Lori's protective brother, Alex Cox, also likes Charles.
And Charles and Alex were very good friends. They laughed over everything together. Charles loved Alex, and Alex loved Charles.
Charles was doing okay for himself professionally. He was a managing partner in a financial investment firm, and he was making $20,000 a month.
Money was very important to him, and he was very showy. The big cars, the big trips, the big houses, that was mainly Charles. Lori enjoyed those things, but to her, that wasn't as important as just having a happy family.
Happy family.
This is a family that blends Lori's daughter, Tylee, and their adopted son, JJ, under one roof.
Tylee is the dearest, dearest little girl.
You need someone to cuddle with, but you don't have a significant other? Worry no more.
She has tough exterior, but she's got a marshmallow heart.
How would you describe the relationship between Tylee and Lori?
Lori was who Tylee really loved, and I think she looked up to her mom.
Most everyone we speak with depict Lori as a loving, doting, caring mom who will do anything for her kids.
JJ is my biological grandson via my son, and Charles is my brother. Charles and Lori adopted JJ, and they let us maintain the grandparents' role.
We loved Lori. Now, I'll tell you that right now. I've told everybody.
She was a good mom.
She was a wonderful mom.
He was so fast. He was the fastest little kid I've ever seen.
She was a great mom with a
Yes.
special needs child who
Yes.
she took on as her own.
Yes.
After they started seriously dating, she talked to him about our religion, the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. And she's been a member her whole life, and we all were. He ended up joining our church.
What happens in this marriage is what happens in most marriages. There are good times and bad times, there are financial ups and downs, but for the better part of 14 years, the marriage really seemed to work until it began to unravel.
She started talking about this new group that she was a part of. She would bring it up more and more often, and I could see that she was becoming more involved with it, and it was kind of becoming more of the focal point in her life.
What she had mentioned was the name Chad Daybell. He's an author. He's a believer that the end of the world as we know it is coming soon. Daybell has written dozens of these post-apocalyptic, very dark books where he uses what he describes as fictional characters to describe real events, claiming that the future has been channeled through him. And this is the literature that Lori was reading.
So Lori had always been a fan of Chad's books, and so that's how I first heard about Chad from Lori. Was she would talk about this author that she was really interested in and really connected with his work.
She just looked up to him.
Right.
Was
Kind of like a
inspired
super
by
fan.
him. A super
I
fan.
would describe her as a super fan.
Husband Charles doesn't find it so super. In fact, soon accusations are flying that Lori and Chad are more than just friends.
I know she did tell me one time that Charles was accusing her of having an affair. She said it like this. She said, he's accusing me of having an affair with Chad Daybell.
Affair or not, Lori is certainly embracing Chad's teachings, as does Lori's brother Alex Cox. They go on a recruiting trip to spread the word according to Chad.
How did she and Alex describe this other thing they were becoming a part of?
So what they basically said is that we are here to gather the 144,000, and you are one of them.
Did she explain what the $144,000 was?
I'm pretty familiar with Revelations, and so I knew what she was referring to. These are the people that will be here at the second coming. It was just too far out there for me. It wasn't something that connected with me on any level.
Is it fair to say that Lori had a fascination with death?
I would say that's pretty accurate. I think even before she started to exhibit changes in her personality, that was something that was always very interesting to her.
At any point when she's talking about all of this, are you thinking in your head, I need to distance myself from Lori?
I did feel that way.
The Vallows' marriage continues to spiral, only this time, it's Lori throwing out the accusations.
So apparently when she discovered the evidence of this alleged affair, she canceled his return flight. He'd been away on a business trip. She and another friend took his truck that was waiting at the airport from the airport and hid it, and took all of his clothes and just threw them away.
She told you she took revenge on Charles.
She did.
Charles Vallow alleges his business bank account has been drained as well. And that's when cops get called in.
Why don't you come over here?
Police body camera video shows Charles basically telling police that his wife has lost her mind.
She took all the money out of her bank account today.
What did she say yesterday?
She said, "You're not Charles. I don't know who you are, what you did with Charles, but I can murder you now with my powers."
So she's speaking as a spiritual being. Is she on any medications?
No, she won't do medications.
Has she been to a doctor?
No, she won't go to the doctor because she's a translated being, and they would find out that she's translated. She cannot be killed. She cannot die.
And that's what she thinks?
Yes.
Lori tells you, I believe, that she is a translated being. Did she actually use that phrase with you?
She had told me that she was a being that had lived on several worlds.
Sounds like she's describing herself as a deity or godlike.
Exactly. It was very much like a self-deification, elevating herself above everybody else.
So the next morning, Charles called, real early in the morning, and I answered the phone, and he said, "Janice, Lori's crazy. She's gone crazy."
Charles gets a court order to have Lori committed for a mandatory psych evaluation at a mental health facility. But a few hours later, she's discharged.
Charles is desperately trying to get the Cox family to see that something is not right with Lori. When this situation doesn't improve, he takes his problems to an attorney.
You know, I've been a divorce attorney for 30 years, but I've never had anybody that came in that was this specific, that said, "I'm afraid I'm going to be murdered, and this is who's going to do it, and here's why it's going to happen."
Charles makes that same claim in his divorce filing and also reports it to police.
He told me that Lori told him that she was going to have him killed, that he was in the way, and that she had an angel that would dispose of his body after that took place. And Charles was very adamant with me that he wanted to make sure that I let everybody know that if he was killed,
Chandler Police Department,
that it was Lori who did it.
Hi everyone, George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.